And what is a perfect dancer for you? If dance changes, and what about dancer? The perfect dancer, especially for you.
Well, the perfect dancer for me is someone who is technically very, very sound, has a high technical level, and has a good foundation of the basics, but on top of that has a great sense of character and is able to make you feel what they're doing. I think that's the most important thing, and from dancing correct technique and putting yourself on top of it, to make yourself a unique character, I think that's the perfect dancer.
Do you have such a name, such a dancer? Do you have
Yes.
some example?
Yes, absolutely. Donnie.
Oh my God.
Donnie and Gaynor, for me, were perfect. My whole life, you know, there's a little bit of an age difference between me and Donnie.
Big bit.
And I grew up, when I was a kid, doing shows with Donnie and Gaynor.
Yeah.
We were young, and Donnie and Gaynor were the world champions at that time. And we looked up to them. And my uncle and my aunt were very, very good friends with Donnie and Gaynor, and they also did shows too. So we were always together and around, and
All our lives.
I always wanted to be like them. So
Do you remember the day when you decided to be a professional dancer?
yes, I was 3 years old. And that was it. And my life was never the same after that moment.
Yeah, since then it went downhill
Yeah.
rapidly.
Так, о чем мы были? Какой идеальный танцор для Хайди? Она говорит, что ты действительно должен быть настоящий профессионал. На самом деле у него должна быть техническая база очень хорошая, но кроме того, что он должен быть действительно техничный, очень танцор, это должен быть танцор, который умеет показать свой характер, эмоцию, который действительно уникален в своем роде. Вот именно все вот эти качества, это и есть уникальный, идеальный танцор. Кроме того, вот Хайди ответила, кто для нее идеальный танцор, и Хайди сказала, что это Донни, вот, потому что она выросла на его шоу, на его партнерши, и именно благодаря им она вот достигла такого уровня и осознала Хайди, что она хочет заниматься танцами в 3 года, и вот тогда уже пошло все это. Heidi, and right now you work like a teacher,
Yes.
yeah, and like a dancer, you dance a lot in different shows, and what can you say? What is I don't know, more pleasant for you to teach little children, or maybe just when you are a star?
Well, I think when you dedicate yourself to the art of dancing and you invest so much time and sacrifice into it, and you perform or you compete and you have success and people enjoy you, I think that is a moment which is difficult to put in words. I think there's very few moments in life that can compare to that, because you remember for the rest of your life, and it's a feeling that's very short but out of this world. And so that, to me, I will always treasure all the time. But at the same time, there's something very satisfying about helping somebody else to achieve that moment and to achieve that. And I think it's better for character building because it's not just about you. When you're a star, guess what? The world is about you. When you teach, it's about somebody else. So
How many students do you have?
I have
All around, or it's all around the world.
all around the world these days. And you know, even when we teach at home in California, lots of dancers come from all around the world to have lessons with us. So it's kind of an interesting
From
group
Asia,
of
from Europe.
from Asia, from Europe, from America, from even South Africa.
Oh, do you have some students to proud of? Maybe they achieved something.
Yeah, I'm always proud of them, whether they achieve or whether they not. And I know that sounds really cliche, but I'm always proud because I think my students, I demand them to be dedicated, and so that's something to be proud of.
Okay. Так, изначально мы говорили о том, что для Хади, да, более важно вот учить, потому что она преподает довольно-таки много, или все-таки выступать как сольный исполнитель, как звезда. И Хади говорит о том, что действительно тот момент, когда ты попадаешь на сцену и начинаешь танцевать, это невозможно передать. Ты чувствуешь себя просто вот как будто суперстар на весь мир. Это такое неповторимое ощущение, но когда ты начинаешь преподавать, когда ты начинаешь учить, ты отдаешь частичку себя людям, и ты помогаешь деткам маленьким достичь того же уровня, на котором ты только что был на сцене. Это тоже непередаваемое ощущение. У Хади большое количество учеников по всему миру. Вот, и когда они преподают у себя в Калифорнии, у них есть школа, приезжают детки со всего мира, даже из Южной Африки у них есть ученики, и Хади действительно ими гордится, потому что она очень требовательный учитель. И вот если у них получается то, что она от них требует, естественно, она гордится ими. So, and one more question about Ukraine. You taught or you were teaching, children from Ukraine. What can you say about them? And is it possible that they come to California and will study in your school?
Yes, we do teach some children in the Ukraine, and one thing that I'm impressed with is the fact that they can speak a second language so well. And they are incredibly intelligent. Maybe because this generation is the Facebook generation or the knowledge generation, because there's so much knowledge out there with the internet. But I'm shocked at how smart they are. It's astounding. And yes, they have come to California to study with both Donnie and myself.
Говорим о том, что вчера и в последнее время, да, Хади и Дони проводили мастер-классы, учили украинских деток. Она говорит, действительно очень талантливые детишки. И что самое поразительное для Хади, то, что они очень умные. Она говорит, не знаю, в чем тут причина, то ли это такой вот возраст, когда они очень начитанные, очень интересные люди, она просто поражена этому. И, конечно, безусловно, они могут приехать в Калифорнию, учиться у Хади, это тоже будет для них такой вот прогресс. One more question about TV shows. How usually do you take part in them, or like judges, and what kind of judge are you? I don't know, kind or or you see every mistake?
I think both Donnie and I have done that. In fact, Donnie just did recently Dancing with the Stars in America. He came for the guest appearance as the Legend of Dance. And basically, I just say what I see. Sometimes somebody can be not very good technically, but maybe they have a great spirit and a great personality, and it makes you love what they do. Because at the end of the day, it's about entertainment, right? And so then I'll be nice about it because I'm entertained and I like the feeling they give and the atmosphere. Sometimes somebody will just be awful, and I say. So I just tell it like it is, basically.
But it's about TV show. But when you're in some sport content or for the World Championship, what about this? You are really severe, or you can, I don't know, if the person is really, really amazing, but not dance very good, what is your, I don't know, what is your appreciation to this?
Well, when I judge a competition, at first when I started judging, I always felt bad after I marked what I marked, because I understood so much how difficult it was to get to that point and to be competing and the pressure, and I always felt bad marking somebody low if I had to. And then Donnie told me, he said, you don't mark somebody low, they dance low, and you just record it. And so I just sort of took that to heart, and now when I do it, I just think I'm just putting down my opinion, and if they're not doing their job better, then that's not my fault. That's what I try to tell myself. But I do, especially with the children, I feel horrible marking them. I mean, sometimes when you're judging, juveniles under the age of 10 years, and you have to mark one of them sixth and one of them first, you just feel horrible because they're all so full of life and they're so cute.
Okay. Говорили о том, насколько вот Хайди удобно судить. Если это ТВ-шоу, то, конечно, Хайди оценивает полный образ. Вот если танцор очень экспрессивный, очень эмоциональный, просто замечательный, то, конечно, Хайди будет его судить лояльно, тем не менее будет высказывать все свои замечания, потому что вот она действительно профессионал в этом деле. А вот когда судит какие-то соревнования, то, конечно, она старается судить уже все более технично, хотя, когда она только начинала, ей было очень безумно обидно или там как-то так неприятно занижать оценки, если вот танцор плохо танцует, так тогда Донни объяснил ей, что на самом деле это не она занижает оценки, это низкий уровень подготовки танцоров, и тогда вот Хайди как бы успокоилась немножко, и теперь она уже такой профессиональный судья. So can you just name your favorite dances in the standard program and the Latin program?
Well, my favorite dancers in Latin American dancing, of course.
Dance or dancer?
Not dance.
Dance.
Dance. Oh, my favorite dance in Latin. You know, I like them all the same. It's really difficult. It's very, very difficult to say what my favorite one. So all 5 Latin dances, and of course, swing are my favorite dances.
Swing.
Yes.
Yes. So what about you? Can I say?
Yeah, it's the same as Heidi. It's really difficult, and sometimes it changes. Funnily enough, you know, you do. I've all my life I've done 5 dances: cha-cha, samba, rumba, paso doble, and jive. And it really depends on the phase that you're in. But it's difficult. It's like if you have 5 children and you say which one's your favourite kid. It's like that. But then I suppose one of them's been really bad that day. They wouldn't be the favourite. So I think it really depends on your mood and on the phase that you're in. But it's difficult to say. I said in an interview about an hour ago, I said paso doble. And when I walked away, I thought, I wonder why I said that.
I wondered
have
too.
no idea.
I was like,
I think I was just in a paso doble mood.
he was determined to kill. No.
Fancy some steak. I don't know.
Какой любимый танец наших сегодняшних гостей? Хайди говорит о том, что модерн, она очень любит, хотя это на самом деле очень сложно. Вот, а из стандартная программа только свинг, что вполне естественно, потому что Хайди 6-кратная чемпионка Америки по свингу, вот она так. А Донни говорит о том, что это практически невозможно вот определить, какой твой любимый танец, потому что когда все меняется, танцы меняются, сейчас все уже как бы по-разному. Вот раньше он танцевал 5 танцев, да, европейской программы, латино, и каждый для него по-своему дорог, и невозможно делить, как вот если у тебя есть 5 детей, и говорить о том, что какой-то ребенок тебе ближе или роднее. Хотя в одном из интервью он говорил, что пасодобль, и сейчас вот он настаивает на том, что да, пасодобль все-таки можно выделить и говорить о том, что это его любимый танец, потому что очень экспрессивный, все время хочется вот кого-то там убить, да, партнершу, поэтому, наверное, пасодобль. Окей. Unbreakable. What about an unbreakable record? Your name is in the list on the Guinness Book of Records. So can you name maybe, or can you see right now the dancer or maybe a couple which can break your record?
That's a difficult question, isn't it? Because
No.
if I say no, it doesn't make me sound very nice.
I can say no.
You know what? It's difficult because to break it, you have to win more than 16 World Championships. And that means you have to win for 17 years. And that is, well, it's not easy to win a World Championship 1 year.
No.
There are only 2 people on the planet who do it every year. It's difficult to see somebody at the moment. All of the top 6 professional couples are fantastic. But I guess maybe they're 20-something years of age. So for them to win for 17 years, they'd probably get to about 40 years of age. And that's not going to be easy. So probably no at the moment. But there might be somebody who's 13
Maybe.
who will become 16 or 17, and if they win really young, they can go on until 30, 34. It's a bit like soccer, you know, football players. Football players, when they're 34, 35, normally that's the sell-by date, isn't it? You're off, you know, go and buy houses and, you know, have horses or something. And it's the same in dancing, because, you know, your body parts wear out. So it's difficult. I wouldn't think so. It doesn't look like it.